Hi, I'm Douglas, and today we have a special delivery from Lenovo. We have it here today. It is the Lenovo Yoga 900. This is the current top-end Yoga laptop series. There's actually several in the series this year. There's the 100, 300, 500 and 700 series. In Australia they started at $400 and worked their way up to $2,600. They're available from Lenovo Direct as well as select models from JB Hi-Fi and Harvey Norman stores, both online and in the actual stores. So this one's actually a very special one. You can't actually get it in Australia. It's been sent from Lenovo overseas. Now this one is mainly because you can't get a 16GB RAM model in Australia. This one does. So this one has an i7-6500U, so it's the current generation Intel processors, 16GB of RAM. It's soldered to the board. You can't add more, you can't take it off. So you've got to get the amount of RAM you want. When you buy it, there's a 256GB SSD. You can get up to a 512GB SSD, as well as AC Wi-Fi with Bluetooth 4, a 13.3-inch Quad HD screen, which was the same resolution and size as there was in last year's model, and Windows 10 Home. If you want Windows 10 Pro, you can buy an upgrade direct from the Windows Store, and that will upgrade you to Windows 10 Pro should you need it. Now again, this one you can't get in Australia, but if you go to a Harvey Norman store, you can get either an i5 or i7 model with either a 8GB of RAM, a 256 or 512GB SSD, which is optional in the i7 model. And again, online as well from direct Lenovo retail. This year, because of the how bad the Australian dollar is, it is more expensive than last year's. The base price is $23.99 compared to last year where it started at $19.99. Again, because of how bad the US dollar is at the moment in Australia, we just kind of have to take it, we just have to kind of deal with it, unfortunately. You might be able to get a better deal if you import from overseas. That's fine. You just be aware though, because it is over $1,000, if you're importing into Australia, you're probably going to have to pay GST and customs fees on top of the price of the laptop. So let's open it up. Got my knife. Be careful with knives, obviously. Don't want to hurt anything. I don't know what color this is. The box suggests it's orange, again, like the Yoga 3 Pro I had last year, but it comes in silver as well as champagne gold. So, and it didn't say on the box what color it was. So this is a mystery for everyone involved. And I must give special thanks to Lenovo again for sending this one out to me as part of the Lenovo Insiders program. It's a program I'm part of where to advocate for Lenovo and their products. So we've broken the seal. Let's have a look at what's in the box. Again, like I said, this is an overseas model, so when it comes to the power adapter, there's a couple of things about it, but I'll show you what we'll do about that. So, so similar presentation to last year. You lift the lid and it comes out to greet you. Very hard to do when it's being held horizontally. So here we go. So this year it is silver, which is actually quite a nice silver, I must say. So it does come in silver, gold and orange if you're after a more conservative style. Silver is good if you're a bright person or you just want something that matches your hair. The orange is an option as well, and the champagne gold is also an option if you're into that kind of thing. Me, not so much. So you get with it one silver laptop, or whatever color you select. You also get with it, well, hello, a couple of little boxes in. Well, this is a heavy box, so I'm going to assume there is a power adapter. So this is similar to last year's Yoga 3 Pro power adapter, however they are not the same. You can't switch them. If you use the Yoga 3 Pro adapter with the Yoga 900, it will overheat and there's a good chance it could cause some issues. So please do not switch them. You must buy a new adapter. You can't switch the two. On the other hand, this is a UK/Singapore adapter. What you can do is, if you do import from overseas, is get something like this. This is a inbound traveler power adapter. You can get them at Harvey Norman, sorry, not Harvey Norman, Dick Smith, most hardware stores, Big W, that kind of thing. This one was about 20 bucks. There is this one, they don't make this one anymore. There is a replacement model, it's the same, but it has a little USB port on top. You can't use it to charge this, the Yoga, but you can use it to charge your phone while you charge it as well. So it's just a case of that, slides in there. It's a more secure fit than last year's with the US power adapter as well. This is a UK one. Same kind of charging. It has a USB port on this, and then it's got a special USB cable which plugs into the laptop, which we'll look at later. So we'll put that aside. Over there. What else do we have in the box? We have a little documentation pouch in unfortunately a language I can't read. Because this one is from Singapore, it's in the native language of Singapore, which escapes me at the moment. I don't want to say the wrong one. Oh, sorry, no, it comes in 3 languages. There is an English one here, which we'll look at. Basically, just the basic. This is what the computer is. This is how we set it up. Please plug it in and charge it, and you can set it up, basically. If you set up one computer for it, it's all the same. It's just a case of finding out where the ports are and where the power button is. We will also put that to one side. What else do we have in here? And we have the charging cable. So like I said, very similar to last year's. One end of the USB cable goes into the USB one. That's the normal end. Oops, it goes in one way. And then the other end has a little notch in it. This will go into a USB port on the laptop. So it's good because it means when you're not charging the laptop, you have an extra USB port. When you're not, well, it becomes a charging port. So it's a dual use port. It's not USB 3 Type-C, but it does have one of those ports which can't charge the laptop. So again, off to the side. And I think that's it. They don't really give you much. And no, there's a bit of foam in there, but that's hardly exciting. So very pretty box. I must commend them on their packaging decisions because it is quite nice. And get that back in the box. Cool. So we'll set that off to one side as well. The other thing we got was a special case for it. This is a Lenovo Yoga 900 sleeve. It's leather, it comes in brown and probably other colours as well. I didn't actually look at it, which is slightly my fault. Now, once we figure out how to get into it. So, now that we've finally removed it from the sleeve, here it is. So it's a nice brown leather sleeve, magnetic closure, and basically it's designed to fit your Yoga 900. Bit of foam in there we'll get rid of. Simple. And we just slide that in there. Perfect fit for it. And there you go. Nice little stylish carrying sleeve for your thing. It's magnetic closure, so don't put credit cards or anything in there if you like having a working credit card. So we'll just have a quick tour around the laptop. The machine itself, all wrapped up very nicely, I must say. Right, so like I said, silver. This year it's just got Yoga branding there with a smaller sort of screen marked on the Lenovo Yoga logo. Whoops, sorry, I've got a light there that I just blocked. On the back or bottom we have a couple of speakers, which were a similar position to last year, and we have your Windows certificate of authenticity and your serial number label. On its left hand side we have the charging port that we discussed before. It's orange, it's got a little notch on it so you can plug it in and charge it. A USB 3 super speed sleep and charge port, so when the laptop's asleep you can charge up an MP3 player or your Fitbit or something like I have, and USB 3 Type-C port, which is the new magic reversible thing everyone's talking about that nothing really yet seems to use, but given time I'm sure it will, and an SD card slot, which is handy to have because if you need to add more storage it's quick and easy, as well as just being able to get your photos off your camera pretty quick as well, should you use an actual camera still. We also have on its right, we have another USB 3 port, we have the headphone microphone combo jack, the rotation lock button, the little Lenovo button which you press to run the recovery mode or to boot into the UEFI BIOS, as well as the go button. So same hinge as last year, although there was one improvement. The colour matches on these matte parts will match the colour of your laptop. Mine's silver, so you can't really see it, but if you get the orange or the gold, you have an orange and gold along the hinge as well. It's the watch band hinge. It's actually quite clever because it's very sturdy. And then we open up. One thing I complained about last year, and I think almost everybody did, was that the keyboard was missing a row of keys, specifically the F row. And it has made a glorious return along the top. So you actually now have a dedicated row of function keys, which is quite frankly something we all need on our keyboards. Similar keyboard as last year apart from that. It's backlit, slightly different backlighting this time. The edges are now sealed so the light doesn't bleed from the edges of the keys. And you have a click pad, which loathe them or like them, it's there. I'm not a fan, I like actual buttons. And this texture is slightly different. It's a little bit more smooth than last year's was more of a rubbery texture. This is a little bit more leathery, probably not real leather, but it's there. And your 13-inch Quad HD touchscreen with your little capacitive start button down the bottom. Also has a little webcam. It's not a Intel RealSense webcam, so you can't do the fun Windows Hello facial login where it uses the infrared part of that to actually make sure that it's really you. A lot of facial recognition systems in the past have been quite inaccurate because you can hold up a photo and it would let you in, or if you were sitting in front of it, it wouldn't let you in. So Intel RealSense, not on this one, but it is available on the other Lenovo models as an option. It's on the Lenovo Edge, and I think on some of the consumer models as well, and also on other laptops as well, such as like the Microsoft Surface and so on. So I'm going to boot this up, have a little play with it, and I will write up a review of it in the next couple of weeks or so. So if you really want a nice laptop for Christmas, if you've got some money to burn for someone, this might be an option to look at. Again, you can buy it online from Lenovo Direct, or you can go into a JB Hi-Fi or Harvey Norman store or online. They may, I can't say for sure, they may be in the Boxing Day sales, probably not. I know JB Hi-Fi, when they have their sales, generally explicitly say excludes Lenovo Yoga, as well as the Microsoft Surface, so they're either very popular or they're just not something they're willing to discount that much, which either way, not very much you can do about it, unfortunately. The prices are generally all much the same, generally within $5–10 of Lenovo online store retail pricing, and there's probably not going to be much you can really do about that either unless there's a sale. So again, stay tuned and I'll have a review up probably in the next couple of weeks. Goodbye.